Good. Corla, first of all, I welcome the opportunity to speak on the budget. Like most people in the line of the help for businesses that will be affected, I welcome it, but the devil will be in the detail of all of this, because a lot of people think this evening that 5,000 will jump out to them every week if they're shut down. But I'll tell you one thing, from what I've seen down through the last few years in politics, it doesn't just come that handy, and I just be fearful of the red tape that will be involved in it. I also welcome the rights to the fuel allowance and the living alone allowance. But the one thing, Minister, when you talk about businesses and infrastructure and all that, like 2 ports was mentioned here today. Ireland just doesn't work on 2 ports, Dublin and Rosslare, nothing else. Cork, Foynes, Galway, Killybegs, Drogheda, they don't seem to exist. So we seem to be tilting Ireland once again, heading towards Dublin, and we'll, because the other is going on to the TNT, we'll talk about it a bit. The HSE, and I've heard a debate this evening, like you hear all this money coming out, like 4 billion or 4.5 billion. Most of the beds are allocated already, and I think something like 120 or 30 beds. No more than Dinfour and Sligo. That job is done. I'm sick of listening to budgets over the last 3 years about the road, this infrastructure road. It's done. It's dusted. The diggers are gone out of it. So let's not be announcing something 4 or 5 times what we're doing in infrastructure. And we seem to be dab hand at that. You know, a few months ago, when they talk about the giveaway budget today, a few months ago there was kids, and there still are, some of them, that this so-called green agenda wouldn't carry to school on a bus. And we talk about DART today, we talk about intercity rail, we talk about everything. But let's go back 2 months ago. What was wrong that we wouldn't bring them to school? And now we're going to do the devil and all in putting money X, Y and Z. A lot of these announcements are programmed, like the infrastructure for schools. That's all laid out over a 5-year programme. And I think we should be honest with people in what we're doing. The one thing today, Minister, or there's a couple of things, but the one thing today, I would call this a reckless budget trying to destroy both rural people, Middle Ireland people and farmers. For the simple reason, Middle Ireland are the people that Taoiseach said one morning gets up early in the morning, that go to work. You be down in a rural area in County Galway or any county in this country and drive 30 or 40 miles every day to work. Your partner, you have a mortgage, your partner does the same. Today, ye have actually, once you're over 25,000, goodbye to everything. Don't be talking about to anybody that they'll get the carbon tax back if you're over 25,000 income. Let's not be codding them. Middle Ireland has been just forgot about. It will now, this budget will now cost them approximately €300. That's just living on the basics. And then you tell them to get a car worth 30,000 and only able to afford something 4,000 or 5,000. And when it comes to the farming community, and there are things like stamp duty, I welcome that. I welcome anything that's positive. But in the line of the farming sector, we don't know what's going laid out for Brexit in the line of tariffs. We know that in 19 we had a BEEP scheme, in 20 we called it BEEP-S, and they're after announcing now in the budget that there's a new scheme coming in, new thing altogether, but it's not. Because all it is the new name of a scheme, and it's going to be called beef, instead of BEEP-S and beef. So the bit of tomfoolery that goes on in the wording of a document doesn't cod people. That's the same money that was there this year as last year, and it's only a continuation on. Yes, well, I know we are going looking at the new reps type thing, but 20 million is about 3,000 farmers. There's 130,000 farmers in this country. And you believe then that you're going to pressurise them constantly to save the planet? I think that in the line of transport, have a look at what happened today. We are now going to try and haul our beef and our different farm products, because whether people like it or not within the city or out the country, all our food is hauled. And we're going to put an extra carbon tax on them to make sure that we scull them a bit more and that we won't be as competitive as be it the Brits or some other country. That seems to be the agenda ye are following. Shut down the rural side of it. Think tonight of the couple that are over 25,000 and let one person show me what they get back. They have to pay for college, they have to pay their mortgage, they have to pay the carbon. Now they're going to pay more car tax because you're as well screw them that way as well. And keep pulling from the ones that's keeping the country going. The ones that keep sending the money in. Because you know what? They're probably the quiet people. They are the people that have to get up early every morning, and they are the people that don't have time to talk. Thank you.